Hi, welcome. My name is Hannah, and this is what I was up to this last week. I had a horrible week, so come along with me while I digest what happened, and let's have some fun while we do it. This first drawing is a toilet, and it is just as disgusting as you might expect, but I figured it was also the holy grail of what this week was to me and my family. I hated this toilet, but also it was the most beautiful thing all the time. I cannot tell you how many times I have cleaned this toilet. Also, my toilet is not yellow in real life. It's a normal white toilet, but I figured let's make it glorified and make it just glow this yellow color. Also, kind of looks like pee, but that was not intentional, and it's supposed to look like it's glowing like a trophy. So yeah, if you haven't gathered yet, this week was full of sickness in my entire family. My kids got it first, all three of them at the same time, and then I got it a couple days later, and then my husband got it a couple days after me. So my whole week has just been in the toilet, literally and figuratively. Lately, I've been having so much fun doing charcoal and experimenting with it and seeing what kind of things I can do with it with alcohol markers. And I usually go about it trying to be really realistic and following references, and this week was just so traumatic that I can't handle trying to be perfect right now. I just need to dump the trauma onto a paper, and let's try to make it look gross and fun, question mark? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really have no expectations. I just need to get out the pain of my soul onto this paper without following a reference. So this toilet may or may not be accurate. I know it has that little twisty thing on the bottom of the toilet, but everything else is pretty much up to interpretation. And I hope you like it. Enjoy my toilet, because I know I did, and I also hated it at the same time. But I did. I gotta say, I was very proud of my kids. They made it mostly in the toilet every time. And you know, it's really funny as you grow up, the things that you're excited about. This was not one of the things that I expected to be proud of my kids for. It is getting sick into the toilet. But man, that proud mom moment when they knew they had to throw up and they all made it to the toilet most of the time. So as I'm drawing this, I'm really wanting to make it look just as dingy as I felt whenever I encountered this toilet this week. So it's a really nasty looking toilet. It's super dingy, super grungy, and it's just really gross. But I needed to include it because it did take up a lot of my time this week. So thank you, toilet, for helping co-parent my kids this week. All right, this is as much time as I want to spend on this toilet. I need to move on to something a little happier. This germ. This is my interpretation of this germ. It was just a mean little tiny guy, and he has to be green, and he has all these little oozies out of him. So, oh, he also has this like nasty drool running down his face, but he's mean. He's super mean. He's like the mean kid in preschool who just shoves your kid whenever they see them for no reason. I had to capture that because that's what he was to us. This mean bully germ. I really want to do a second layer of alcohol markers, but before I do that, I have to wait for this to dry. So let's move on and pick a good color for this ghost. Let's color up the ghost while we wait for the germ to dry. I think the best set to use for this is going to be the Arrtx ones because they're all really good pastel colors, and I want to go for this 410 color. Just this really soft lavender color, and I love it for the ghost. All right, so now while the ghost dries, I'm gonna go back and add a second layer to this germ, just where like the shadows will be. And this will kind of help me know where to put the charcoal once I do the charcoal. Okay, so now that that layer is done, I'm gonna hop back over to this ghost because it seems more fun. And this ghost is what was taunting me while I was going through it. It was really just, it was the mean bully that pushes you off the swing just because they want to turn. And then the teacher finds out about it and the teacher does nothing and they say, they could never do that. And then you look over at the ghost and this is the face they're making at you because they totally won. Yeah, that's this guy. He makes your day worse and he just revels in it. He loves the drama of it. So yeah, this is my cute little ghost. He is quite cute though, I have to say. I do like how I drew the eye. The one that's like coming down and has that nasty inside of the eyelid thing going on. Yeah, he's definitely giving off like Dragon Ball Z Kid Buu vibes. Just mean, but also like kind of funny and you kind of like him. So yeah, that was this guy. As I was drawing him, it was definitely, he had a lot of my anger at the very beginning, but then as I colored him up, I was like, oh, he's actually kind of cute and I kind of like him. So it did help me process my trauma from the week, and yeah, it helped getting it onto paper. I'm not a big journaler. I don't really like to write my feelings, also because I'm scared that anybody will read it. I just like to keep my thoughts as my thoughts unless I actually want to share it. This is kind of why I shy away from videos like this. This is kind of a raw, it was actually really emotional to draw this because it's not pretty. It's not something that I'm trying really hard at doing. I'm just like getting my emotions out onto the page. So this is kind of a vulnerable video for me. Usually I try to show you the best work that I have, that I can do, and I try to show you the most polished and the most like advanced stuff that I'm working on because that's what I've been working on. But this week I don't have the capacity to challenge myself. So this week is all about just silliness and just letting the emotion out. So hopefully that comes across. Hopefully you guys like it. And if you do like more videos like this, then I guess I can try to be more vulnerable, okay? There was something so fun about making something so cartoony look really not cartoony with how you render them. The charcoal has so much drama to it that you wouldn't expect a really cartoony picture to have so much drama. That's kind of what I was going for, and what I love so much about charcoal. I've talked about this before a lot. Anyway, so let's get to this germ. He's a very angry germ. He is a train wreck. He's very unassuming. We all love trains. Trains are great, but this guy loves the crash. He loves to put like a penny on the railroad and just sit back and watch and see if it causes a wreck. And he's the worst. So I tried to make him look pretty angry, and he looks like an angry little fella, okay? He's the best, but the worst. This guy carried so much of my anger that you could really see it in my smudge stick. I just kept smudging him and smudging him and smudging him until he looked the way that I felt about him. He turns out so dark and so mean looking. Yeah, very appropriate for how much I don't like this guy. He also kind of gives me like Triceratops vibes. Unintentional, but now I kind of want to draw a dinosaur. Also, the tiny eyes were because he was really mean. Really mean things have tiny eyes. And do you like the drool on his chin? Because I do. It makes him look like he can't be bothered to swallow his own spit. Because he can't. And that's how I feel about that. let's move on to something much happier. This is a can of ginger ale, and I don't know about your sick... I don't know about your sick anything. I don't know about your sick traditions. Your traditions with being sick. There we go. My tradition with being sick is that there's always a can or a bottle of ginger ale close by. I think that came from my Nana, who taught that ginger is something that goes in your belly when you want your belly to not hurt anymore. So ginger ale is the easiest way to get kids to get ginger into their belly. So yeah, ginger ale was all up in this house, and I love it. It tastes great. This drawing came together so much faster than I expected it to. Choosing a bright or pastel color for the underdrawing is proving to be very effective, and it really helps the whole picture. I do wonder what this would look like without the green or the red and just have it be like a charcoal straight black and white drawing. But man, I do like this. And after the initial smudging, the first preliminary layer, I didn't feel like there was much else to do. I do go back once to add some darker spots, but this one came together really quick. I'm adding the lines here just for consistency's sake across the different drawings, since I have it in most of the other drawings, not the germ. I think that I would have liked it better without those lines, honestly. I think it makes it look a little bit too grungy. I liked the drawing better before I added those lines. But here we are. It's still a really cool soda can, I gotta say. I really like this soda can. Now this is some cleaner, because that's how my life was this last week, and I don't like this drawing. I wish that I didn't have to draw it. It's okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I just wish that it wasn't here. I needed something to fill this space, and this was the only thing that I could think of. I did consider drawing a roll of toilet paper, but that that seemed a little bit too disgusting. I don't know why that seemed too personal. But the toilet, no, not too personal. So cleaner fluid. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, also, I started watching this show on YouTube. I don't know if it was on a TV show or how. It's like really good quality. It reminds me a lot of the Great British Baking Show, just in that really just cozy, warm, light, heartfelt, supportive, just all of the good things that you want in a TV show, or I want in a TV show. That's what they brought to this channel in this show, and I love it so much. I've been binging it. It's on the channel Banny J Art. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's such a cool show. I guess I could tell you what it's about. It's an art channel. It's an art show. So each episode is a different challenge, and the ones that I've been watching, they're not all like this, but the ones that I've been watching are where there's 9 different contestants, all different artists, and they all compete against each other in a live portrait challenge, and they have 4 hours to complete it. But what's really cool is all of these artists have totally different styles, and it doesn't seem like there's a right or a wrong way to do art when you're watching them, and they're all so supportive of each other, and it's so uplifting, and it's so cool because you don't really see that level of support and kindness and celebrating each other's differences that much these days. It's very uplifting, and if you check it out, I hope you like it. I don't work for them, so I don't really care if you like it or don't, but that's what I'm up to. I think it's great. So back to this drawing. This is a boy, and I am a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? No, really, I don't really have a reason why I drew it as a boy. I think it would just be easier, so I went with the easy option because of the hair, you know. This is how I felt going through it, and as I'm sure everybody feels when they're sick. This is a sick human. And the ghost, where the ghost is ending is on purpose. Coming straight out of the tuchus. 100% intentional. But yeah, this human wasn't supposed to be looking like they were murdered. This was just a feeling of total and utter done. You feel like death. And so that's what I wanted to capture here. Just the feeling of, ugh, I don't feel good. So he's dark, dramatic, and laying on the ground face down, hoping he doesn't throw up again. Yeah, that's how my week went. I decided to choose colors for him that were already used on the spread because I wanted to keep the spread colors minimal, and I didn't want to introduce a lot of really confusing colors that would muddy up the paper more than it already is because of the charcoal. So colors are minimal, charcoal is heavy. The drama is heavy, the feeling is heavy. Colors are light. A lot of juxtaposition in this one. I have to say that drawing this spread really did help me feel better after such a horrible week. It was very therapeutic, and I think everybody should try it. Don't try to make perfect art, just make your art, and I think you'll be the better for it. Whether your art is good, I don't know. But if you feel better after it, then that's what you should go for. Aim for feeling better because of your art. Now, there definitely are times where I want to make really good art, but I think it all just depends on your mood, depends on what you're going for, and if you want to make silly art, then make silly art, and if you want to make cool art, then make cool art. That's all I'm trying to say. Here we go. Here's my finished spread. And have a great week. Please don't get sick. Wash your hands and see you later. Goodbye.